What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. It's your boy Shane the Great. I haven't made a video in almost a week, guys, so I apologize. But pretty much what happened last Friday, guys, as y'all could see on the charts, we had a huge liquidation event all the way to well, actually here you can't really see it as well, but on certain other exchanges. So like if you just go to BTC and then we go to Binance, as y'all could see, Bitcoin wicked all the way to like 107. Other exchanges, it went all the way to like 101, 102K. It kind of depends on like which exchange you're looking at. But like all in all, pretty much Bitcoin along with ALTS, as you could see with Ethereum, it like literally took the biggest dump ever. At 4,800 or like give or take, it went all the way to like 36, which is a 25% drop. And then coins like Pepe, it went all the way from 9.3 and it went all the way to 3.2, so it dropped like 60%, 70%. And then look at Brett, I mean, it went all the way to 1 cent from like 4 or 3 cents. And then Kaspa, it went all the way from 7 cents, 8 cents, no, like, yeah, like 7.6 whatever, all the way to like sub 1 cent. So pretty much everything crashed that day. But pretty much like we are back up. Everything did bounce. That was just a huge liquidation event from the market makers off of the news of Trump applying 100% tariffs on China. But yeah, pretty much everything is back up. There's no need to fear, in my opinion, of that happening again, at least anytime soon. But we are right now in a current downturn with the market. Everything is down a bit. Bitcoin is like testing critical support as of right now, which is 107,800, like give or take 107,500, I guess you could say. We got some wicks in the last couple hours, but yeah, we pretty much been bouncing from this level. Trump is speaking right now, but like he's not saying like really anything to do with the market, at least as I'm recording this. That could be changing as time goes on. But yeah, so pretty much everything's going down. And then to see what's going on in the world, yeah, we're in extreme fear right now with S&P 500. And then if you look at the crypto fear and greed index, which I like to see on a coin market cap, we are in fear as well for crypto. So both the stock market and crypto is in fear, as y'all can see right here. So S&P, it's in fear, even though it's 2% away from hitting a record all-time high. And then crypto's in fear when it's only like what, 15-20% away from hitting the previous all-time high, which is a bit more, but obviously crypto 15-20%, like that can happen in a matter of days or even like a week or so, right? So yeah, so other news with the market, guys, is the regional bank stocks are collapsing. So Cole Blessy letter saying what's happening with the regional bank stocks today. As y'all could see, Western Alliance, Zions, Citizens, literally everything, Valley Nation. I think these are some like California banks that did crash or did collapse back in 2023. If you guys do remember that happening, I remember that was when I came back into like the economical world and the stock or like business world and stuff, and I remember that happening back in like I think May or springtime of 2023. But why this is happening, here's a real issue. In March 2023, or sorry, it was March, regional bank stocks collapsed. The crisis was contained, but nothing really changed. Banks who took outsized risk with the backstop by the US government or acquired by JP Morgan. As a result, this further incentivized taking an outsized risk, particularly as deposits over the 250K FDIC limit are now inherently insured. This is investors in regional bank companies know that this government will backstop deposits in case of a collapse. Today, shares of Zions Bancorp crashed 13% after they disclosed a $50 million charge-off for a loan underwritten by its subsidiary, and Western Alliance Bank stock fell 12% after says dealing with a borrower that failed to provide collateral loans in first position. Regardless, the March 2023 precedent is that regional banks will be effectively bailed out, even if a collapse is a result of a bad management. To sum this all up, when regional bank stocks fall, the entire market follows because confidence was never restored in the regional bank system. The regional bank crisis was simply swept under the rug. So pretty much these banks know that the government will keep on bailing them out, and the market's just losing confidence in that after, as you can see, Zions, they disclosed a $50 million charge-off loan underwritten by a subsidiary, and then Western Alliance if it failed to provide collateral loans in its first position with a borrower. Because obviously, like, these people involved, they know that they'll just get bailed out anyway, so like it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that goes. The regional bank crisis continues to appear. However, we don't expect this to derail the AI revolution. Rather, more turbulence on the way up, and bifurcation of the market is ahead of us. Pretty much saying that this is all noise in the long term. This is all just things that you're going to see in the short term that wouldn't really affect things moving forward. Because yeah, I mean, these aren't like JP Morgan. These aren't, you know, huge banks that are collapsing, you know, Chase, Morgan Stanley, stuff like that. Jerome Powell, nothing's real. Everything's about to be blown the F out. Bro, it's parody Jerome Powell account, so funny. But yeah, oh yeah, speaking of like other macroeconomics in the business world, spot gold rises 2% to $4,298. And actually, I do think it hit 4,300. Yeah, look at this, guys. Guys, we showed about gold this whole entire time. I have gold jewelry, as y'all can see here. So, I mean, it is worth something, because I do own real gold jewelry, but I wish I bought an ounce of gold, man, because, yeah, you would be up a lot of money right now. Because if we look from the beginning of 2025, oh, where is that? 2025? I'll just say, like, right here. You're up 66%, which is crazy. And in my opinion, gold's going to hit 5K an ounce by the end of the year. Or maybe by the latest Q1 2026. So, like, it's crazy, guys. And the reason why this is happening is because the market, the masses, the population, just in general, the whole entire financial system is losing faith in the US dollar. And obviously, with the US dollar being down 10%, let me look up the DXY. DXY, this is a dollar index. I don't know, yeah, US dollar currency index. As y'all can see, it is down from the beginning of this year, which is, funny enough, January 15th, this is 5 days before Trump's inauguration. It is down around 11% of its current value. So yeah, the US dollar, it's lost 11 to 10% of its value since Trump got into office. And that is why you see Bitcoin, crypto, gold, AI stocks in general, precious metals, everything is going up. Because when the dollar loses its value, because obviously fiat has no bottom, that's why, since fiat has no bottom, that's why Bitcoin has no top. And I guess you could say the same thing when it comes to gold and also certain stocks, right? Like Nvidia, whatever, all the big stocks. So that's why you're seeing all these asset prices go up in value, guys. So it's pretty interesting. And then yeah, if you look at the liquidation levels for the crypto market, shout out to Mario Party. I love using these every day for my own trading strategy and then like DCAing and investing in general, and also for the videos. Pretty much the market makers, or like the leverage market, all the liquidity in the bottom has been flushed out. Obviously, we could go to 106K. There is a bit more liquidity there. The blue lines are the bottom of the range. But yeah, these thick yellow lines are like the max pain. So pretty much we kind of bottom out. If not, we hit close to the bottom. This is not financial advice. But yeah, assuming we won't get a huge liquidation event like we saw last Friday, the bottom should be close to being in. And I think we'll be going over to 110K shortly in the next couple days or week or so. And then same with Ethereum. We're kind of going close to the levels we saw on Friday with the dump around $3,700 in ETH coin. But all this will probably go away in the short term. And it's all noise. At least that's what I'm thinking, guys. So I'm just slowly DCAing into coins. Luckily, I still had some cash even after the liquidation event. It's funny enough because I bought literally like a lot of crypto that same day on Friday of that huge $19 billion liquidation event on crypto. So it kind of sucks. I could have literally like made bare money that day if I just got lucky and waited, but it is what it is. That was just a black swan event. Can't get mad at myself. Just gotta move forward. And but yeah, one last thing, leading indicators points to further weakness in the US job market. US job postings on Indeed fell another 2% month over month in September, reaching the lowest level since February 2021. postings have declined 36% since May 2022 and are now just 2.4% plus above pre-pandemic levels from February 2020. The steepest decline has been in white-collar jobs, excluding healthcare, with postings now negative 8% below pre-pandemic levels. Blue-collar jobs postings have also fallen, but remain 12% above February 2022 levels. This also suggests a further detour. Guys, how can my brain is so cooked today. Detortation and BLS report jobs opening for September. The labor market continues the weekend. I know how to say that word, but my brain just cooked right now for some reason. I think it's just me looking at the screen all day with this market and whatever. But yeah, pretty much the labor markets continue the weekend, chat, guys. And yeah, which is no good, but as y'all can see, the Federal Reserve, which is the central bank of the United States of America, they're aimed to be cutting rates by 25 basis points once again, and this will be happening October 29th. So yeah, we should see a 25 basis points rate cut in a week and a half or so. And then the same goes with December 10th, assuming, you know, everything keeps on weakening in the labor market. And it's funny because obviously inflation is going up, but obviously the Federal Reserve, they care about the labor market more than they do about inflation. And also, I'm surprised people aren't talking about this more, but quantitative tightening, which is pretty much when there's not as much liquidity flowing through the market, is ending soon. And Powell had a speech yesterday or the day before where he pretty much, like, he didn't directly say QT is about to end soon, but like he did say some words that hinted at that. So yeah, he said QT is about to end. Clearly it's because the banks have toxic assets on their balance sheets. And yeah, so pretty much, if you guys don't know, quantitative easing, which is what we need for alt season and for our assets to go like parabolic or at least like super high, that should be starting up very soon, maybe in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Obviously that sounds like a bit far from now, but it'll happen quickly. Pretty much QT is gonna be ending soon, which means the start of quantitative easing, or at least, you know, the start of that happening, which is bullish for the markets regardless if it happens fast or not. But yeah, so pretty much, guys, what I'm doing, I'm just still DCAing into the market slowly. I honestly don't have much cash left. I don't have much dry powder left to be buying up all these dips, but I am doing the best I can with this market. And yeah, guys, be sure to comment down below what you guys are currently doing as well. Remember, what I say is not financial advice. This is just for like entertainment and just like what I'm doing. I'm just like explaining what I'm seeing in this market and what I'm doing. But yeah, Bitcoin, assuming it keeps above this 107, 108K level, we should see a bounce back to 110 soon, or like at least 109K. If not, expect 105K, or even, guys, 102, 103K, or 100K or sub 100K. And then if we see those are like the now or never levels for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin doesn't bounce from those within like a week or so, then expect the bull market to be finito for Bitcoin. And obviously if that happens, say goodbye to your alts, man. All your alts are going to go to zero, or at least like down 50%. As if it hasn't gone down already 50% in the last couple weeks or so. So yeah, but I am still bullish. I do think we're going to see a bounce because Q4, October, November, December is historically bullish for Bitcoin and crypto, as we saw last year with 2024. So I'm not really that fearful, guys. So yeah, but if y'all enjoy this video, guys, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.